Hello and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about how to put a group together. And this information mostly came from a person named Kurt Sutherland. And I'm just going to go through and read it and talk about it. So, the first thing when you're trying to do like real estate, setting up your real estate and, you're going to a new city, maybe it's a new state. So one of the first things you're going to do is find a really good real estate agent that you can work with. And you can do this by looking at, if you're in the city, then you can look at who's on the billboards. So a lot of those people are top producers, and they might also know other realtors who work with people who are investors. You can also search for who sold the most houses in the year in those specific cities and areas, or you can go to like other forums and websites like that. But once you get them on the phone, start talking to them, you want to let them know what your plan is. So you want to tell them like, hey, I'm putting a group of investors together, or hey, it's just gonna be me and I'm gonna have put up the money, or I'm gonna use a hard money lender, whatever your thing is. So you're gonna tell them what you're doing, so they have a good understanding of what's going on. The second thing is you want to get pre-qualified. So doing that will save you time and money, and then it'll tell you like what kind of position you're in as far as what you can afford to buy. So you have an idea of what kind of prices you're looking at with things. And this also gives you an advantage with sellers, because then you can, if they're wondering about, if you have the funds or anything, you can just send them your pre-qualification letter and let them know like, hey, I'm already, I can cover all this. And the next thing is your realtor will do that for you at no cost. And the key is to do research to know your real estate market. So your realtor will know the market, but you also need to do your own separate research so that that you're getting a good deal on a property if you do decide to purchase it. So you can also search on Zillow, Redfin, all those places to see like similar properties. So the realtor might send you a property, you might not know if it's a good deal or not. So you can search on those other websites to see like, hey, what are other similar properties selling for, and what kind of condition they're in. Look at the square feet. And you can find other websites that do like rent projections, so you can see kind of like what rents are looking like if that's the route you're trying to go on. But you want to spend time doing your own research, and that also helps you because you might not find a good realtor, the first 3 4 people you talk to. So they could be sending you bad deals because they're not, you know good in that kind of area. So you want to be able to decipher that on your own. And then the next thing is to put a 5 or 6 page presentation together and keep it short and simple. In the presentation, if you're using investors, you want to let them know that you've not located a property yet, but you're raising funds so you can take advantage of the opportunity when a chance arises in the next few weeks. You want to give them a realistic expectation of like the numbers for like what their returns will be, and how long it will take them to get their returns. And you want to make sure the numbers are accurate and that the property will be able to make money before you buy it. Because typically in real estate, money is made when you buy, not when you sell. And that's just because if you could buy for 10,000 less or 20,000 less, then in the end you've made 10 or 20,000 more dollars. You can also use calculators to calculate all the numbers to be able to give them the numbers for their returns and the type of time frames. As far as like getting your initial investors, you can set up short meetings with family and friends to let them know about your concept. and give them your presentation. And don't be discouraged if they decide not to invest, because it'll be a chance for you to like practice and get better at doing that. And you can also ask them for like feedback or things or reasons why they didn't invest, so you can maybe beef up your presentation, or try to cover that during the presentation to try to up your chances of success. Number 5, you want to make sure you're keeping accurate records of your investors and the amount of money they've invested in. And when you're first starting out, they're investing in you and your vision and what you have the ability to produce and achieve, because you don't have a track record, so they don't have anything to go back on. You want to stay confident that you are doing your best, but you also want to make sure that you are actually doing your best and putting all your effort and energy into it. You want to be honest, and your original investors will be willing and eager to invest in you when you do find a big opportunity or a profitable opportunity. One of the things that people tend to do for number 6 here is to use the money that they get from their investments like it's their own money. The thing is, it's not your money. It's it's their money, and you have to make sure you treat it as separate and keep track of it, so that you know how to the ratio to pay out everybody when it comes time to sell the property, or when you have distributions from the rent. And the only time you can get paid, it depends on how you set it up, but a big chunk of your money will come when you sell the property. And you can also take distributions if you invested money in, but it has to be in that agreement, whatever agreement you set up with everybody. Typically it'll be like extra, so it'll be like you're gonna pay everybody else when you get the profits at the end. You're gonna pay everybody else whatever it is, 10% return, and then anything above the 10% return, maybe you split that 50-50. So if you make another 5%, then you split, and you get 2.5, and they get 2.5. So then they're getting a 12.5% return or whatever. So you can do all of that. You can set it up something like that, or however you want to do it. And another thing is to never be dishonest, because you might make money in the short term, but you won't make money in the long term, because people will spread the information about you being dishonest, and then people won't want to work with you, and then you won't make any more money. So, but the key is to have confidence and spend the time and effort and energy and do your research, because at the end of the day, it's going to take hard work and effort, but you can make it happen, and you can do this if you put in the time and energy into it. Well, that's all I have today. Hope you guys have a great weekend, and talk to you later. Peace.